Happy birthday, Gemini. I saw my Gemini son when I was in Texas. Geminis are changing how they think about the way they should treat themselves. So Geminis are learning to treat themselves better, basically, and think differently about the way they ought to be treated. God, I can think of so much stuff. It's going to be interesting to see how much Geminis change. I'm really excited to see Geminis change with Jupiter coming into Gemini. You're going to grow so much in the next year. You might grow out of some relationships, by the way, and into other ones. So go with the flow of what your heart is telling you. But you are going to think of yourself in a different way now, and it will come from the way you ought to treat yourself. Maybe letting yourself get away with things, maybe not worrying about stuff that you used to worry about. I mean, I think it's just going to be a firestorm of change. 2012 was the last time you had this happen. The Mercury conjunct Uranus is your relationship to God goes to a higher level. So you too, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini are all being encouraged to pray and get closer to God than they normally do. And your relationship to God is going to be a lot higher. You're going to realize basically your magic in the universe and your capacity to make magic happen, I think is what's going to happen. Now, Mars conjoining Chiron at 22 means you must now face your fears of being outed by society or not liked by society or, tomatoes thrown at you on stage. You're basically, facing your fears of being a trailblazer or a disruptor in public. But your ideas are here to disrupt. The last time Pluto was in Capricorn rather, and moving into Aquarius, we had lines like "Give me liberty" or "Give me death." That was said by a Gemini. Okay, so all the great quotes of the American Revolution came from Gemini. So I think you're being called to stage, and so your place in the world is going to be something you probably didn't anticipate. The Saturn Neptune is really around career direction and legacy retirement. So you must take responsibility in your career right now. I said this to my son. I'm like, you got to do this now. And he's just like, but I was just like, no, I'm telling you, you got it right now. You don't have to your whole life, but right now you got to put the foot on the gas. You got to go for it because this is a big growth moment because there will be times where you're just sort of coasting. This isn't one of them. And you can maybe get away with things in your career that normally other people wouldn't be able to do, like getting into a job without certification, getting into a job without the background. Maybe they'll train you. So a lot of magical doorways opening up for careers and Geminis.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.